Nestled within the rugged embrace of the Sinai Peninsula lies a mountain that has echoed through history and spirituality for millennia, Mount Sinai. Known to many as the very site where Moses received the Ten Commandments, this formidable peak shrouded in mystery beckons to adventurers, historians, and seekers of truth alike. But what secrets does Mount Sinai truly hold? Could it be more than just a geographical landmark, more than a revered site of pilgrimage? What hidden narratives lie in its ancient stones, narratives that could challenge our understanding of faith, history, and the very fabric of civilization? Join me as we embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of Mount Sinai, revealing the ancient mysteries that still captivate our collective imagination today. To kick things off, let's delve into the historical significance of this enigmatic mountain. How did it become such a pivotal location in the story of the Abrahamic faiths? Historically, Mount Sinai has been identified as the place where God delivered his laws to Moses, as recounted in the biblical books of Exodus, Leviticus, and Deuteronomy. For Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, this moment is foundational. But here's something you might not expect. The exact location of Mount Sinai remains hotly debated among historians and archaeologists. Various sites claim to be the true Mount Sinai, from Jebel Musa, the traditional site draped in religious significance, to the lesser-known Jebel al-Laws, and even more remote peaks. What happens when our understanding of these holy sites intersects with archaeological discoveries? Take for instance the intriguing findings of rock inscriptions that paint a picture of a vibrant spiritual culture long before the arrival of Moses. These inscriptions, dating back thousands of years, add layers to our perception of the sacred landscape and provoke questions. Did other civilizations worship here? Who were they, and what spiritual beliefs did they hold that might predate biblical narratives? The explorations at sites like Jebel al-Laws have revealed interesting artifacts. Some researchers even suggest they might link to ancient trade routes, offering tantalizing clues about interactions between different cultures long before they were documented in Scripture. Speaking of Scripture, let's swing back briefly to the biblical narrative. According to the famous texts, after receiving the commandments, Moses spent 40 days and nights on the mountain, during which he also encountered the burning bush. But what if there's more to this divine rendezvous? What if we look beyond the singular religious interpretations? Scholars have speculated for decades regarding the phenomenological aspects of Moses' encounter. Was this an ancient depiction of a natural phenomenon? Some historians tie their theories to the idea of volcanic activity that might have surrounded the area, suggesting Moses could have witnessed smoke, fire, and thundering sounds produced by nature itself. This hypothesis leads us to pose the question, how can we bridge the gap between spiritual encounters and natural phenomena? As we peel back the layers of Mount Sinai, we're met with not just a place of physical significance, but also a rich tapestry of ethereal beauty, spiritual pilgrimage, and human curiosity. The call to climb and conquer the mountain is not merely physical, it's deeply transformative. Pilgrims travel from across the globe to experience firsthand what Moses may have encountered. What is it that inspires such devotion? Could it be the sheer majesty of nature, the challenge of the ascent, or perhaps an intrinsic longing to connect with something beyond ourselves? Each year, thousands hike to the summit under the starlit sky, longing for an encounter of their own with the divine. Now, let's talk about the journey, that arduous ascent that many face, beginning under the cool morning light and progressing into the warmth of the day. It's a chance to reflect, to ponder not only the physical climb but the metaphorical mountain that we all climb in life. Can you smell the air, the mingling sense of earth and flora? Hear the echo of your footfalls accompanied by whispers of those who have walked this path before? This connection to history and humanity is palpable. Each stone holds stories of joy, despair, search, and discovery, a connection binding us to all who have sought truth under the timeless gaze of Mount Sinai. But what truly lies at the summit? As weary travelers finally reach the peak, they're rewarded with breathtaking views that sweep across the vast expanse of the desert, heralding feelings of triumph and introspection. It's here, on the precipice, that one cannot help but contemplate the weight of the moment. What revelations have occurred? In an age of information overload and glittering distractions, is there room for spiritual exploration? You might be wondering, is it possible for modern man to find meaning and connection in a world dictated by science and reason? What's perhaps more intriguing is the presence of ancient structures nearby, hinting at communal gatherings, worship, and perhaps even diplomatic activities. The monastery of St. Catherine's, built in the 6th century at the foot of the mountain, serves as a tangible testament to this spiritual heritage. This UNESCO World Heritage Site holds an extraordinary library of manuscripts and ancient texts cherished by scholars and clergy alike. Did you know that scholars believe the Codex Sinaiticus, one of the oldest complete Bibles in existence, may have originated from this very region? Such insights invite us to ponder, what stories, lost to time, could be hidden within the walls of ancient monasteries and their libraries? As we navigate the layers of spirituality bound within the landscape of Sinai, we uncover evidence of early Christian and pre-Christian communities, striving for enlightenment amidst their struggles. The path to Sinai has witnessed countless stories of resilience, their footprints left etched not just in the sand, but in the annals of humanity. Pilgrimage here symbolizes more than a mere act of faith. It serves as a reminder of our shared humanity, the quest for understanding, belonging, and connection. But the heart of our tale is not simply confined to theology or tradition. It braids its way through the annals of ancient civilizations. Evidence points to Mount Sinai being a crossroad for trade routes that promoted early cultural exchanges. Could it be that other nations were privy to the revelations and artifacts of spirituality long before the Abrahamic traditions emerged? The ancient Egyptians, for instance, have left echoes of spiritual practices that scholars now seek to contextualize within the framework of Mount Sinai's importance. Could ancient Egyptian religion have influenced what we know today about the laws delivered to Moses? This cross-pollination of cultures is a compelling narrative that deserves exploration. Further illuminating our understanding is the emergence of advancements in technology and archaeology. Ground-penetrating radar, satellite imagery, and drone technology are unveiling unprecedented insights into this ancient region. The potential for discovering long-lost paths, structures, and sacred relics could rewrite our understanding of this historic site. As researchers turn their sights toward this once remote landscape, we must ask ourselves, what newfound revelations are waiting just beneath the surface? How about those inexplicable accounts of divine sightings and celestial events that have frequently been tied to this sacred mountain? Many modern visitors believe that something miraculous occurs on the slopes of Sinai. Stories of vision quests, personal revelations, and even encounters with the transcendent add a richer texture to the narrative, weaving modern spirituality back into the language of ancient mysteries. Could these accounts be echoes of the awe felt by our ancestors, who experienced life in vivid hues against the backdrop of a vast and mysterious universe? And now, let's transition to the tantalizing realm of archaeologists and researchers unearthing relics of the past, a tangible link to the narrative woven through time. Discoveries in the surrounding area, such as pottery, tools, and bone fragments, suggest that Sinai wasn't just a passive observer of spiritual evolution, it was itself a lively hub of activity. The existence of ancient settlements suggests that generations of people lived and thrived on these slopes. Did they gather here to seek answers to life's profound questions? Were they religious pilgrims or simple nomads searching for sustenance and community amidst an unforgiving landscape? Let's not overlook the indigenous tribes that have inhabited this area. Their stories, deeply intertwined with the natural world, further accentuate the mountain's ethereal ambience. The Bedouins, for example, have stories passed down through generations that echo the themes of faith, survival, and respect for nature. Could their lore provide additional context to the biblical narratives we hold dear? What if the mountain serves not only as a backdrop to religious dialogue but as a living canvas for diverse worldviews? As we reach this point of investigation, it beckons us to think critically. Could we be neglecting the importance of understanding the interplay of myth, history, and spirituality? Might the secrets of Mount Sinai remind us that humanity's quest for meaning transcends borders and eras? What revelations await those who seek personal truths amidst the shadows of ancient giants? It's a journey that not only enriches our understanding of the sacred but calls us to consider our own narratives and connections to a larger human experience. And now we teeter on the edge of enlightenment, beckoned by the most compelling question. What if the real secret of Mount Sinai is not just its ancient past but its relevance to our collective modern-day journeys? What can we learn from its resilience, its draw, and its ability to evoke wonder even in our most secular times? The mountain stands as a testament to the human experience, a reminder that the quest for truth, understanding, and connection is both an individual and collective journey. So, let's reflect on our exploration of Mount Sinai. Embodied within its ancient hollows and sun-baked stones rests a blend of profound history, spirituality, and humanity, an invitation to discover not only the mountain's secrets but to turn our gaze inward. Every visitor, every dreamer seeking the essence of connection has their own Mount Sinai within. As we conclude this remarkable journey uncovering the secrets of Mount Sinai, we are left with the reminder that there are still many pages unwritten in the book of human experience. Each revelation, each step taken up its slopes, and every question raised is a link in a great chain of discovery. So, as you next ponder the ancient mysteries of the world, consider what piece of that enigma resonates within you. After all, the greatest secrets are often clothed not in answers but in the revelations woven through our shared narratives and experiences. Mount Sinai continues to whisper its secrets, awaiting those curious enough to listen. Who knows what more it may reveal?